Thanks for watching the Council in Brief. I'm Susan Kennedy. We're here with the news of the Montgomery County Council for this last week in September. And we begin this week with continued work between Montgomery and Fairfax counties to improve this area's traffic congestion. Council President Roger Berliner and Fairfax Board of Supervisors Sharon Bulova have jointly written to the Transportation Secretaries of Maryland and Virginia asking for action to improve Interstate 495 on the American Legion Bridge. The leaders have requested permission for exclusive bus lanes there or to allow motorists to use the shoulders during peak hours.
While we compete fiercely with Fairfax for new business, we also need to work together to solve problems. And so this letter is the outgrowth of our first meeting with Fairfax County and the history of our two counties, in which we said, can't we work together to come up with a solution? And so the solution that we have offered to our state leaders is to use the shoulder for HOV-like lane so that we can absolutely use all the capacity that we currently have to maximize throughput through this very congested area. So a couple of miles on the south side of the bridge, a couple of miles on the north side of the bridge. Otherwise, we're going to have a bottleneck when the HOT lanes that Virginia's building comes into place by the end of this year.
Also this week, council members held a work session with officials from the Department of Permitting Services about plans to streamline the county's development approval process. As Councilmember Nancy Florine tells us, the goal is to make changes to the process to increase the speed of review without decreasing its quality.
They haven't proposed any substantive changes. It's really just administrative changes and how folks are implementing the existing rules. So it's a great beginning. If anybody saw the list of steps that it takes to go through the process, it's incredibly elaborate. It's quite bewildering. It's incredibly time-consuming, and it's incredibly expensive, and it's pretty difficult for anyone to follow. So it doesn't enhance community engagement. It doesn't. It takes a great deal of staff time to implement this stuff. And the question is, are we really making better communities?
About 20% of Montgomery County schools have edible gardens as part of their school program. These programs allow students to use the food they harvest to eat at school or to donate to local food pantries. Councilmember Valerie Irvin gave us an update on efforts to expand this program.
I'm just encouraging the school system to think bigger. Right now, it's based on individual schools and what champions are moving forward in the school that will say, well, we'll take this on, but we want it to be bigger than that. We want it to be sort of a top-down, county-wide approach to edible gardens, and where they can partner with the Parks Department, we're hoping that they engage in community gardens where parks are next to schools. And so 2 years ago we started with this conversation. As you know, the Parks Department has done amazing work on community gardens throughout the county. And so we're hoping that the school system continues to think big.
On October 5th, the county will host the 6th Annual Health and Wellness Fair at the Silver Spring Civic Building. Councilmember George Leventhal chairs the Council's Health and Human Services Committee, and he told us what will be offered at this year's fair.
There's 2 local Silver Spring businesses that have sponsored this health fair. This is the 6th year now. It's free, it's open to the public. It's all day long on Friday, October the 5th in the Silver Spring Civic Building. You can get a blood pressure test. You can get an HIV test. You can get stress tests, a variety of ways to just check in. You can get a dental screening. You can get information about fitness and nutrition. There will be exercise counseling. It'll be a variety of booths and tables and structured discussion all day long. You can just drop in anytime.
For more information on the health fair, visit dbluxwellnessfair.org. Well, that does it for this edition of the Council in Brief. For County Cable Montgomery, I'm Susan Kennedy. Thanks for watching.